Welcome back to ciLiving. Before the break, we talked with the Springfield Art Association's Executive Director, Betsy Dollar, about her career and what it's like working in the arts. And now she's here with a fun activity to share that you can do at home with the whole family. So what are we making today?
We are making a very simple little journal. I have discovered over the years, I make really beautiful blank journals and use them as gifts, and everyone I give them to won't write in them. And it's like, oh my God, come on. So
it's meant to be used.
Yeah, exactly. It's meant to be used. So now I put stuff in them so they don't feel like they're so precious. But It's really simple to make a sketchbook, and everyone in the family can make their own, fill it as fast as they want. So what I have done here is taken 5 sheets of just bond paper.
Okay.
Folded it in half, and then you can make a separate cover. In this case, the cardstock is a little bit heavier, or on this one, I actually used a piece of wallpaper.
Oh, got it.
And then in this case, I have 2 pieces of wallpaper. If you don't want the writing on the back of the wallpaper to show, you can laminate 2 sheets of wallpaper together.
Got it.
But the bottom line is you're going to put your sketchbook paper inside something a little bit heavier to hold it, and then you can decorate it however you want. Now, I have marked 3 little holes, one right in the middle and 1 inch in from either end.
From each side, okay.
And I'm going to poke those holes with a standard sewing needle.
Okay.
The thread in the needle is also what's going to hold our book together. I am using what's called wax linen, but honest to God, any string, yarn, anything you have around the house is what you can use. And you basically need a length of string that is twice the width of your paper. So if you take this length, you need that twice to give you some space to work with. I always pre-punch my holes from the inside.
Perfect.
But we actually start sewing from the outside. So we've got...
See, and this I think is a really important lesson, because that's always my thing, because I remember I used to try and make journals, or when I was a kid I would write books, but I never knew how to bind them together besides just putting staples, and the staples were never flat, and so it was a whole thing.
Certainly if you have writers in the family, this works as well. Or a kid can do their own entire book this way, where they do the illustration and the writing. It's super good practice. So I came in, here, let's try that again. I came in from the outside on the spine, on the fold.
Okay.
Right in the middle. Then I'm going to one end. It doesn't matter which direction you go to first. So I'm coming through, leaving a tail of a couple of inches.
Right.
Going the full length to the other hole
to the other
on
side.
the outside.
Yep.
And then...
I see what's coming, where we tie it on the outside.
Yeah, you come back through the center.
And pull it out the other side.
I put the 2 strings on either side of the center string and tighten it, and then you make a knot, and if you want to get really fancy, you can make a bow.
Make a little bow. And then what should we draw inside of our journals?
The thing about drawing, I am so tired of everyone saying, oh, I can't draw.
Apparently you can draw.
Anybody can draw. Honest to God, anybody can draw.
Okay.
Drawing is more about seeing.
Okay.
And the biggest mistake that people make when they are learning to draw is they draw what they think something looks like.
Oh, interesting.
As opposed to the thing that they're actually looking at.
Okay.
So if you want to... So you spend, honestly, more time looking and less time moving the pencil around. So, so that's part of the trick. But one of the very early drawing exercises, which is great and really fun to do with kids, is you set an object on the table. Actually, you want to bring one of those coffee cups over here real quick?
Tommy's going to fly in with a coffee cup. All right, perfect. Okay. Thank you, Tommy.
So set that there.
All right. Oh, I'll pull it.
Okay, pull it in.
So that we can see it.
All right. So You are looking at the cup and only looking at the cup, not your paper at all, and you're not picking up the pencil at all. So this is called contour drawing.
All right.
And so you're going to start at some point on the mug and then maybe draw the circle and then come around and do the handle, draw the base, come back up to the side. However, but the idea is your pencil never leaves the paper.
Oh,
and your
I think I cheated.
Yeah, you cheated.
I did cheat. Okay.
So, and your hand is basically, you can flip the page and try again if you want.
All right, I gotta start over.
Yeah, start over. So, but your eye is doing the work, and your hand is then learning to follow your eye.
To follow your eye.
And it's a very fun thing to do. You can do it, with any age child, with any object.
Right.
And it's truly just an idea of letting your eyes do a lot of the work.
Do all the work. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us. That is a really cool drawing exercise. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for teaching us how to bind.
Oh, there you go.